G'day everybody, and happy Easter. It's Good Friday today, and what better thing to do than to make a worm video on a Good Friday. Good day for a worm video. So welcome back to the itty bitty worm bin saga. What we're doing now is itty bitty worm bin breeding by the book. Say that 10 times fast. So what we've done is we've got two containers. Each one of these two containers is approximately half of a square foot in area. It's like a square foot is 144 square inches, and these are just under like 71 point something square inches, so just under 1 square foot total. So the consensus among the worm crowd seems to be that per square foot of area, you should start with roughly half a pound to a pound of worms, composting worms, or 200 worms if you're doing quantity. So what we've done is I've counted out, or I've measured, there's a quarter pound of worms there. I've gone on the lower end of the scale instead of the higher, because I'm going to have to count the cocoons after the 3 weeks, and that ain't no fun for nobody. And this container has 100 red wigglers. I did my best to get as many of the castings and whatnot out. I'm almost 100% positive that there's no cocoons in either one of those. The bedding is exactly the same, and there's pretty much 30 ounces of bedding in each bin, and it's shredded cardboard, some shredded cardboard and paper, and oh my gosh, peat moss, unsifted peat moss, and a little bit of worm castings to inoculate it. And the worm castings are sifted through a 1/8 inch sift. And I was pretty careful again not to get any cocoons in either one, but I mean, if they are, they both came from the same bucket. I emptied both of them by weight earlier today into each container. So how we're going to determine which one is which is this one has two little mountains on the side of the container, and this one has one big mountain on the side of the container. So we're going to put the 100 worms in this one that has the one, and we're going to put the quarter pound of worms, which is actually came up to 126 grams. I added a little bit more for the weight of the dirt castings, whatnot, that are in there. So we've added a little bit extra weight. So the 100 worm container weighs, what did that weigh? 53 grams, which is about 1.9 ounces. And the quarter pound is basically 4.5 ounces, so just over a quarter pound to account for the extra castings and whatnot. I prepared some the food that I've made in advance that I'm going to feed both bins, so they're both going to be getting the exact identical food. They're going to be in the same temperature, and I guess at the end we're going to see which one produces the most cocoons in relation to the amount of worms that are in there. So obviously the one with the more by weight is going to produce more cocoons, but is it going to produce more in line with what they weigh, or is it going to produce more, or is it going to produce less? Anyway, we're going to count the cocoons after 3 weeks and see what's going on. And I'll do an additional video to show you guys, pardon me, how I prepared the food. But anyway, for now, let's take these guys. We're going to dump them in. And bon voyage. I don't think there's any left in there, but I'm not sure in a minute. So that's the quarter pound, and I want to shout out to the worms because they've gone through some wicked abuse today. Poor guys and girls. And that is the 100. And there's nothing left in there. Oh, is that a cocoon? It is not a cocoon. Anyway. So there we go. So in 20 days or so, or 3 weeks, I guess in 3 weeks, this is a Friday. So in 3 Fridays or something, I'll count how many cocoons we have, which is going to be painful, but this is the kind of thing I like to do for you guys. So tune in, pay attention. Want to see you guys all back. Take care, like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Have a good one. Happy Easter, everybody. Bye-bye.